We're gonna interrupt this story right now to go to another story. The story of Drowning Pool. Drowning Pool is coming here to North Ridgeville for the Afterburn Music Festival on August 15th, and here to talk all about it.
Hey, what's happening, y'all? Sorry.
Here's CJ. It's all right, man.
I was trying to call you on my phone, and it didn't work. So I put the laptop up. I think it's happening, right?
Yeah, we're good, man. How are you, man?
Hey, thanks for waiting. Sorry, man.
Oh, it's all good, man.
All good, man.
Technology and all. Now I got to figure out how to turn this up. So can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you. Sure.
All right.
Sure. Yeah, this is why you play. This is why you play guitar and do not do tech support, right?
Right. Yeah, I just I'll play the guitar, plug in a tube amp, and go for it.
Right on, man. Well,
dude, thanks for having me on the show.
Absolutely, man.
What did I miss?
What? Nothing. We were literally shooting the shit about the old days of back in the early mid 90s, I guess, when we were going to shows. We were going to Korn and Deftones and you guys and
Godsmack.
Disturbed and Godsmack. All of you that came up at that one time.
Yeah.
It really. Let me start there, man. When you look back at it as somebody that was in that mix in that late 90s, early 2000s era, do you look at it now and go, man, that was such a magical time? Or
absolutely, man.
Okay.
Especially for us, coming up in Dallas, such a great rock scene, so many great bands here. I mean, obviously Pantera,
sure.
just to start there, to name a few, man. Just the dream of any band, want to get your art and your music out there and to just take off, late 90s, early 2000s, and to perform with all these bands. I've always been a fan at heart. I'm still a fan of music.
Sure.
That's another reason why I love playing, because we get to play our show, but I get to be at a festival and see all the other bands play. And even when we do, a club run, like we have the one coming up with Saliva, I watch those guys play every night. I love being at rock shows.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was a magical time, man. There was a lot of bands, great bands that hit at that moment. And, it's still, we were all together at that time. But, we just did a tour at Godsmack last year, and we hit different bands and still get to do stuff together with a handful. Korn, as you mentioned earlier, is one of my favorites still.
Sure.
And even though we perform with them and I know them, it's still like, hey, Mr. Davis, how you doing, sir?
So what do you think happened? Because I think rock music has been different as of late, and do you think do we just have bad musicians now, or is it not getting the play that it should, or what?
I think, it's just, there's a lot of things that changed, especially in the last 25 years, just between from having something tangible like a vinyl or the CD to the streaming, different platforms. I mean, that's the one thing people, still comes up. They say, MTV was metal and then it changed to this and it wasn't really another channel like that. But then you have, all this, everything's on a computer and the phone now. So it's just, I think it's just the ways of seeing who's available and what's out there is one thing that I think that kind of changed the flow. I always have fun on stage. Our shows are great, so I'm happy to be here still. Every one of our shows, been awesome, man.
Right on.
But yeah, just the styles of music. There's a lot of upcoming bands that sound really cool, and again, maybe I'm just partial to it because some of them have the new metal influence, and that's just kind of
Do you hate AI and the this?
Oh
this
yeah, man.
thing?
I have my thing with it big time. I'm definitely against all that stuff, especially growing up, like you said, in the 80s and stuff, and watching Terminator movies. I mean, it's right there in the freaking movie. Okay.
Right.
Hello, it's been laid out for you. You think this ain't gonna happen, man? Plus, I don't, it's the journey of learning stuff yourself. I mean, I guess I sound like an old person. I mean, I'm older now anyway, but the life experience, whether something good or something bad happens to you, and we all hate it when something bad happens, but you learn from it. And for me, something better has followed from it. So, and getting the answers yourself, man. It's nice to have the magic answer box. Hey, bro, what's this and that? But to research yourself or experience yourself. Don't deny that because of AI, and especially creating music. I'm not gonna have somebody else write what I feel for me. That's nuts.
Sure.
To use it as a tool to to help in a sense. Maybe I don't know how that works on that way because I don't use it.
Yeah, but I literally saw a video the other day. It was a guy singing, and it was really great. I loved the song. I thought his inspiration was pretty badass. And then I tried to look him up. Turns out he's a fake person, a guy that works on Wall Street, and it's just AI singing. And it was, I hated it then. All of a sudden, I couldn't.
Yeah. It should be a warning label on or something, you know. And I've heard some stuff, and it was cool and all, and I've heard it used in a fun kind of joke way. But seriously, I don't know.
Well, the biggest problem, and not even only with AI, but I'll even go further with YouTube, and this specific to music, YouTube has made it to where, and I think this is to answer Seth's question, I'll jump in on that. I think the reason we don't have as many great bands coming up and, blowing up the way that we do is because they don't need to do it anymore. You can go, if you can play guitar, there's how many guitar players are there on YouTube that have 3 million followers? They don't need to go slug it out like you guys do in the world. They can reach 3 million people in one video, and it dulls their interest in going and being live. You know what I mean?
And I love a live show, dude. I love hanging out and talk to other rock fans. I mean, it's the whole experience, man. I call it the heavy metal workout sometimes because, it's like we go off and at the end of the night, I mean, all hot and sweaty. Everybody's like, I don't know. The vibe's always great, man.
Right on.
Why would you miss that out? Get off the couch and go out every now and then.
Yeah, stop with the blue dot fever and actually buy a ticket and go, right?
I've been hearing about that too. In our case of the one thing that got moved hasn't announced, it wasn't canceled as much as just there's politics that happened and it just got shifted. But we have the tour coming up with Saliva, and the ticket sales just went out on Friday, and some of the shows already sold out. So
that's great.
No blue dots over here, man.
Right on, man.
And even if this, the thing for me too, let's just say it happens. Let's say there's a place that 10 people show up. Whether it's 10 people or 10,000 people, I'm playing my show, man. Like, you came out to see it. I came here to play,
Right. Yeah. It doesn't do you any good to get back on the bus and go to the next city. You might as well play the show.
I came to party, man. I came to get down.
Right on, man. Well, dude, in your world and in the band's world, obviously, probably the biggest thing right now is the 25th anniversary of Sinner, which really established you guys. Certainly the band has changed, the obvious Dave Williams passing away, right, which has led to this, whole different, I would say a very different career than you guys probably envisioned for Drowning Pool. But talk a little bit about that, man. Not so much Sinner. I mean, we all know what it did for you. We all know the song Bodies. The world knows the song Bodies, which is I'm sure is a super proud moment for you. That being said, I've always thought that you guys didn't get as much love as you should have after, because everybody almost subconsciously put the band as Dave, and Dave passing away. They almost kind of looked at Drowning Pool, and they've missed a lot of good music. I tell people all the time to go and check out some of the other records that you did.
And that, I'm guilty of it as well. I mean, with Alice in Chains, at first I was like, it's not to sing without, Lane, but dude, they're amazing, right? Dude, we just played with Snot, and Lynn Straight's been gone, and the guy they have now, man, that dude, he was awesome. They're still performing these songs, and like, it's just a natural evolution of bands anyway. I mean, 25 years later, people unfortunately, pass away, man. We're all human. So, but again, Mike, Stevie, and myself, we've been friends since high school. The backstory, before we had Dave, we were already writing songs for this record. So Dave kind of put that on it, and he was a presence. He was amazing. We missed him. God bless his heart. But we love playing music together. We had a great record, Desensitized, with Jason Gong Jones. It just wasn't the right fit. We made 2 great records with Ryan, and it's going to be a 3-month break or 13-month break. I didn't get the memo. It turned to be 13 years instead of 13 months, whatever it was. But we hear it with Ryan again. And even the stuff we did with Jason Marino, man. We love playing music. I love to expand our style. That's one thing that's affected. It's we write how we write. But with each single we worked with since, Dave, it kind of they fit better if we if hit the note this way or we play a chord that way. So we kind of doing the record, the tour again, the 25-year anniversary, playing all of Sinner. It's been influential for me as well. We just started doing it in Europe, and now we're back here in the States, performing it for the first time in the States in 25 years, man. It's been awesome, man. We're writing songs for a new record as well, and I kind of have a new, I'm back in my headspace I was at in my 20s, which is re-influencing me, I guess, to play in that style. And so there's been a few times Mike, Stevie, and myself have gotten into the room, Ryan's, just trying to make use of the time that we have where Ryan's out with Soil, and it's kind of, that's coming out through the new songs, man.
Of course, Bodies had the staying power that it does, and do you guys ever get sick of playing it? You can sit there and go, I'm not playing it.
Absolutely not, man. I love that song. I can't wait to get to it. I know bands are weird about that, but dude, it's a fun song. And, there's been so many parodies of it. There's like a million freaking parodies. And I sit around here in my house sometimes and I wrote the riff. So like, I have a good 10 different versions myself of just like, of having fun with the song. I'm glad everybody enjoys it. We know when we come into it, again, where there's 10 people, 10,000 people, man, everybody's going to go nuts when we play it. I'm going to go nuts. So
sure. let
it's,
me
it's a great connection, man. It's weird when bands get like that. Oh,
Yeah.
you know, yes,
Some
we have a lot
do.
of material.
Yes, they do.
You know,
Some
there
do.
might be some stuff arguably better than Bodies on some of the records that
Well,
the
I
true
would
fans will
argue
say
there's
that.
a lot of better stuff than
But
Bodies. Not that
you know,
Bodies is bad, but there's a lot
yeah,
of
it's the
really
well
good
known,
music.
and I'm
Yeah.
fine with, man, with all that, dude. Like
Well,
what you like. You know, it's you know, it's art. Enjoy it.
I know
Enjoy it with us.
it's so weird that like some artists like Pat Benatar famously will not play "Hit Me with Your Best Shot" anymore. It's like, how do you not play Pit? How do you go to a show and not get that song? It's like, you know,
Oh
and
man, I'm
whatever.
gonna have to put that. I have a cover band, you know, with my wife when I have the rare time off. Her and I have a
There you
band
go.
called Electric Velvet, and we do some covers. So maybe we're gonna put "Hit Me with Your Best Shot" in
There you
it, so
go.
people can still hear it live.
Well,
Baby, you gotta sing Bad Benatar. Baby. All right.
let me ask you one that, and this is kind of a repeat question that I asked Phil Collin from Def Leppard a couple months ago, but you fit in the same category with Bodies. I asked Phil about "Pour Some Sugar on Me," and obviously it's a song that has long past what everybody else gets to do. You know, I mean, it's so iconic. Everybody,
man, when it came out, dude, it was everywhere. I remember when it came out.
Right.
That video was on constantly. The song was on the radio everywhere.
But people don't have to be Def Leppard fans to know it, is my point.
Right.
You could be a country fan, you could be a whatever fan, and you know that song. You have that same song with Bodies. You know, there's a lot of people that don't know shit about Drowning Pool, but know the WWE and know Bodies from that.
And I'm fine with that. You know, I'm great. I just, they know and they enjoy it. The thing is, they enjoy the song. And a lot of people ask, you know, what band you play in? I just say, Let the Bodies Hit the Floor. I don't even say Drowning Pool anymore, because I'll say Drowning Pool, and it's like, who is that? Let the Bodies Hit the Floor. So I just cut out that middle section. We almost changed the band name to Let the Bodies Hit the Floor.
Did you know it when you were recording it? Like, did you know that you had something more special than
we knew? You know, we had a great feeling because we were doing so well on the local scene, the amazing Dallas local scene. And again, there's so many bands and so many musicians that still play here that we played together that are still rocking it. Man, when I'm home, I get out to shows and go support local bands. That's what you do. And we know we had it just had the vibe, man. You know, we had that response happening early, and it was, you know, we played it in New Orleans one of the first times, and my mom came to the show and she's like, hey, darling, I really like this Body song, you know. It's like, Mom likes it, I guess it's cool, you know.
Right.
But yeah, it had something to it to go this long, 25 years later. I'm grateful and thankful. Again, we have fun playing it, you know. I can't wait to play it every night, and I'm glad that everybody enjoys it. And now it's like a next generation. We see a lot of fans that are in their 20s that, you know, they're not to date me, but you know, I'm in my 50s, but whatever, man. The parents are there, the kids are there. It's like a family show. Balloons for the kids and everything, man. Drowning Pool, come on.
Right on.
So these festivals, you got the festival coming here. Do you like the festival scene, or do you like the club scene more with the?
I love them all, and I love them from different reasons. I love the big festival, the big show, and I love the different styles of bands that play. But also, I love the club shows, man, because that's like your hardcore fans are there, you know, for you. And like with Saliva coming up. And I can hang out and talk to everybody. It's easier to, you know, to talk to a couple hundred people a night versus like, you know, the 10 to 50, which I'd still get out and try to, but you know, I love them for different reasons, man. The club is more intimate, as they say, and it's very true. And like I said, a lot of your hardcore fans are there, you know, they're at the festival as well, but it's a mix of people, and it's also meeting new fans and new people and hearing what they like to listen to, man. So like it all,
because I noticed that festival that's coming up here, that's a wide variety of music. I mean, from Puddle of Mud to Hoobastank to you guys. I mean, it's a wide variety.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. And it's always fun to catch up with bands too. Like we were saying before, bands we toured with off and on the last 25 years, and you know, seeing other bands out there still doing their thing and catching up, man. It's that's another great part of it, dude. It's awesome to have a song that, again, that's 25 years later, people still enjoy
right on
and have fun with it.
Do you have band or bands that you like touring with more than others? Because obviously you guys have toured many times with Saliva, and certainly with Ryan, you know, there's the soil connection that's easily mixes together. I mean, do you like playing with those guys?
Oh, absolutely.
More than more than getting new fresh bands in front of you.
A good 2 years ago with Saliva, we did a run, but this makes sense because it's, you know, it's anniversary for both of our records.
Sure.
And we get along great. Everybody in both bands were all like close friends, which is awesome. It's fun touring with all bands, but especially ones you've been friends and family with for years. You know, I look forward to hopefully touring with Snot. We did the one show with them and it clicked really, really great. And again, I'm, you know, I'm fan influenced by them. Who isn't influenced by them? You know, there's a lot of great bands out there. We haven't toured Seven Us in a while, but we love those dudes. Godsmack was great to tour with.
Sure.
God, the list goes on. I mean, dude, Korn, that's my favorite. You know, I would love to. Rob Zombie was awesome. It's been a while since we toured with him as well. So it'd be nice to team up, you know, with some of those guys at some point.
Sure.
But yeah, they're some of our favorites, man. Rob is awesome.
Sure. Who haven't you gotten to tour with that you wish you could?
Led Zeppelin. We didn't do a full tour of Metallica, but we play with them off and on throughout the years. You know, just festivals and things like that. And I've come across them, and it's always like, again, you know, hey, how you doing? You know, we played a handful of shows with Kiss, and you know, Gene Simmons was super cool with me, man. So that was pretty wild.
That's crazy. It's funny because I don't associate any of those bands with you, you know, Metallica or Kiss or whatever.
Right. Yeah. You know, it's like, again, a festival variety show type situation. Sure. But yeah.
Okay. I know you're married now, which is kind of a bummer. But what was it like back in the day, in the heyday of this rock music, this new metal, whatever you want to call it, music? I mean, were there just like chicks just everywhere dripping off the ceiling?
It was pretty wild, man. It seems like there was definitely more, you know, boobs that came out early on that time.
You know? I'm kidding about the being married thing. Congratulations.
Oh yeah, no, you know, I'm on my third one, so I'm getting it right now. So I'm gonna stick with that. But yeah, you know, for all of us. I mean, I was young, I was in my 20s, and just like seeing the whole world. That's another thing about music that's amazing. Just being able to like travel the entire planet because of that. And meeting all kinds of, you know, it's just people like different cultures and religions, and seeing the different point of views. I mean, we do a lot of stuff military wise, and we do coalition bases. We do, you know, it's not just, you know, we just did a base. It was 10 different, you know, armies on it. So it's not just solely, you know, for troops, because I guess the song, you know, tends to work for that in that respects, I guess. But it's just awesome to be able to see and meet a lot of people. I mean, I have so many different cultures, man. It's wild.
That's awesome. That's what I'm so jealous of having a rock star life, man. I mean, that's just like, I'm a stupid radio guy, and I look at the, you know, the rock stars and the guys.
Oh no, man, we get to share it. You know, I'm very fortunate, and I hope I'm coming across the right way. I mean, you know, I stay busy, and it's more business minded now that I'm older. You know, we're self managed at the time at this point, and you just become more aware of you know how things flow.
Sure.
You know, with everything, and you know, a little bit more responsible, but you know, we still have fun with it, man. We still got to blow something up every now and then.
Right on. Let me pull back just for a second to where you were talking about playing for the troops, because I served and I was in Korea too many years ago, 1988 and 89. Wow. And obviously the bands were different. You know, the bands that came to see us was Foghat and America, and you know, a lot of people weren't coming. I was in Korea, so a lot of people didn't come there.
We did South Korea. We did that.
Yeah. I mean, I can tell you as a former soldier how special that is for home to come to you. You know,
it is, man. We do like 2 or 3 a year. We don't usually, it doesn't get advertised. They just, you know, we can't say stuff until after, you know, but we do 2 or 3 a year, and I see the difference, man. It's a lot of, you gotta look at it at the human aspect. You know, it's just a lot of young kids out of high school or in the young 20s. Some of them are, like you said, far away on bases in different parts of the world for like a year, the first 2 years, 3 years out of high school. So to bring a piece of home to them, and it's not just about the show, man. We start at 7 a.m. We go have breakfast, lunch, dinner with everybody. We meet everyone on the base, and people who can't make it to the show, we make a point to go talk to them. You know, it's the whole experience. It's not just the performance. It's you know, like you said, it's letting people know that people back at home care about you, because you know, not a warmonger type band. I mean, it's there. It's been throughout history. But you know, these men and women are there to do a job for their country, and it is not easy mentally for them, and they're away from their family. So, you know, we're bringing rock and roll to them, man, and give them that mental break. And I see it every time we do it, and it's probably one of the greatest things with music that, you know, we've been able to do.
I have to, I mean, again, I can only relate to the ones that I've been to, but everybody went nuts. I mean,
yeah, they go nuts. And they know
was,
you, don't know you. They're there to like. Well, the shows are insane. I can't.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know. I knew 2 songs from Foghat, you know, and I went and had just one of the best shows I've ever seen in my life, because it was there. You know, it was so
how important it is, man.
Yeah,
so, and it is for us too, man. That's what it's all about. It's just, you know, that entertainment and putting on a show and letting people know that, you know, you care about them, man.
Right on. Well, dude, before we wrap this one up here, I did want to talk to you, since you mentioned it. new music. I know you released one song, which I'm not going to lie, I found kind of odd from you. That the one recently, the single.
Oh yeah,
that
with the
was,
Sorry X. Yeah, that was a
yeah.
collaboration with them. So we had a couple songs with Ryan. The thing is, the last 3 years, which has been awesome too, with Ryan and the band, we have been touring a lot, and then Soil has been touring as well. So it's, you know, that week you might have off, that stuff you still have to do at home or the studio. So it's been like we have 2 weeks off here, going to the studio, get stuff done, and then you sit on it, and then we tour. And then like whoever's available at that time. So we're getting really, really close, man. We have one of the things that, like I was said earlier, and I'm just going to keep it out there. You know, we went in, you know, early on in this process with the idea of what we wanted to write for a record. But, you know, in the last couple of months, just with the influence, again, just playing the whole Center record over again and having this reconnection and that vibe, you know, we go in the studio to work on stuff, and we just instantly started writing a bunch of new stuff, like right that on the fly. So we wrote like 12 new songs in the last month or so, just music wise, between Mike Seaver and myself, before we get Ryan back in here, because, you know, it's just that balance. We got him when he was out with Soil. So we're looking for the next block to work with him. But it's getting close, man. And it's just, you know, that's what it is. Music is influence, and what you feel at the time is what we write. And that's how it's coming out, man. We had just so much more jump kind of feel to our music, even though it's metal. It wasn't like a rap rock style, you know, but the musically we have that. And I think we kind of got away from that, just like we were talking earlier, different singers and influences. And we got more straight metal. It's still part of who we are. But going back to that, the foundation, man. Like, if I'm not jumping on this riff, then it's not going on the record, you know.
So how's this going to work? Are people going to be able to buy a physical copy, or just go to Spotify?
I definitely want to make a physical copy. You know, we just did. I didn't do enough of them. I should have ordered more. But and thank you, fans, for it. But I did order 500 25-year anniversary, these purple smoky ones, and they just started flying off the shelf. So I do have some left over that we're going to take out on this tour coming up, that you can get just at the merch booth. You know, I mean, I got one for me. You know what I'm going to do with the rest of these. So, and it's for the fans. But yeah, I want to do that. I want to have physical copies of it. I mean, I kind of miss that. I still have a whole bunch of CDs and cassette tapes, and I just, you know, as a music lover, I just can't get rid of them. But it's cool. It's nostalgia to have it. So I'd like to have some tangible stuff with the new record. But of course, I mean, everything's streaming online these days. There's a lot of that happening.
Yeah, I'm with you. I want to buy stuff. I want to have stuff in the hands.
Yeah, I want to have it signed. You know, we have, I don't have it in here right now. But yeah, like, you know, with the 25th anniversary, man, it's just cool to have it signed and have some, you know, anniversary pick in it and the set list. I have a couple extra things to go along with it.
That's awesome.
That makes it special, man.
That's great.
One of a kind stuff, you know. I want to keep it like that.
Well, I would imagine, tell me if I'm wrong, but I'd imagine that those that are listening right now could pick this up in about 2 weeks when you're right here in Cleveland or in North Ridgeville.
Some of these, you know what? I'll see about it, because these festivals now, it's like you can only like sell 1 or 2 shirts or one item. They're kind of slimming down a lot than they used to. And I'm not bagging on festivals, but you can't really bring out your whole array of stuff. So it's more like when we're out on tour in October with Saliva. I'll have some with me. I'll have at least my 25. Mike and Stevie, they both. So
are you guys coming to Cleveland for that show?
Pull those away from them.
Are you coming to Cleveland for that show, Saliva?
Are we going to Cleveland?
I don't think so. No.
Are y'all going to be at the show coming up?
Want to?
Be there. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to sneak some in my bag. Don't
tell me. All right, there we go.
Why am I whispering? The whole world can hear me.
Here's the tour. There's the that didn't work. Here we go. There's the tour.
There's the dates.
There's the tour dates after the Afterburn Fest. But for now, we're gonna say Afterburn Fest is the target. North Ridgeville at what's that place? Victory Park. It's gonna be a great show with you guys, and obviously Puddle of Mud and Hoobastank and Skillet, and it's just a lot of great bands. Yeah. Man. It definitely brings back some great memories of the 90s, right?
Absolutely, man. I can't wait to see everybody play. And I'll sneak some albums on me. Don't worry about it.
All right.
I'll put them in.
I'm hoping to be there. Look for a fat guy in a wheelchair with no legs. That'll be me. I wish I was joking, but I'm easy to spot.
I'm just saying I'll throw it up so you can catch it.
All right, CJ. Well, this has been fun, man. Thanks for checking in with us. And
yeah, man. Sorry for the delay, dude.
It's good.
Phone. I was like, laptop, plug it in. It's not charged up. But we got it. We here,
man. You're awesome. All right. Man. Thank
you. Well, thanks for tuning in, and everybody will see you out there, and we will hopefully see you as well.
See us out there, man. We're gonna play the whole record. It's been awesome. It's been so awesome for me, and I'm like, I'm acting like I'm 28, but my body's telling me, no, man, you're 53. Stop that, ankles and knees. Shut up. But I gotta jump.
Right on. All right, CJ. Well, we'll see you in a couple of weeks. And one more time, everybody, it is, of course, Drowning Pool at the Afterburn Festival in North Ridgeville at Victory Park. So thanks, CJ.
Thank you, man. Y'all have a good one.
Thanks,
See you
man. All right.